Okay, this is part two. I'm sorry I left off. As I was saying, if you live in California and you break up with your wife or your husband and you have a trans child, California won't be able to help you get your child back from Florida if y'all break up and your husband or wife decide to move to Florida and they have custody of your child, which popped up on my TikTok today. I would love to say I hope that this is a load of bullshit, but if it's not a load of bullshit, there's some issues that y'all need to address in Florida with Ron DeSantis ass. And then the fact that they want to keep trans children or alphabet community children rather from being able to get the blockers they need so that they can have the body that they desire versus the body that they were supposed to have. All kinds of fucked up ass shit. Somebody please go find it and look for it and let me know what's right and what's not right about this shit. Because, sometimes TikTok is on point and sometimes it's not. I know it's on point about the Mississippi and the Jim Crow laws. I've been doing research on that. But as far as this trans thing, it's brand new to me. And I have some people that I follow on TikTok that are of the alphabet community. And they're good people, you know. But to have to sacrifice this and then they're making it so that you can't get your child the medical needs they need because they're not living normal life child things. What's normal these days, God only knows. But they're doing everything they can to keep you from keeping your child happy and keeping your child safe. And they're making it like if your child's a transgender child, they're going to do everything in their power to make sure that your child suffers. That's pretty much the gist of it. And they're going to do everything in their power to make sure that you suffer as a parent of a trans child, that you can't protect your child from the state. And if the state decides that it's going to let your significant other take the child out of one state to the other state, as long as they move to Florida, they can be what Florida wants them to be. And I'm going to address the elephant in the room because no one's brave enough to do it. I'm gonna say this, and I'm going to hurt people's feelings, so I'm going to say I'm sorry first. I do not know what in the F and hell is wrong with Ron DeSantis. So I follow a comic book person. His comic books have been blackballed or blacklisted because all of his superheroes are black. The sales have been on block in Florida, which is playing with this guy's money. You can't say that's not racist. You can't. Everything he's trying to do about the school system, keeping black history being taught the way it's supposed to be taught instead of the actual way it's supposed to be taught because he's scared that it's going to make little white kids ashamed to be white. Well, I'm mixed. I'm part native, I'm part black, I'm part white. The only way that a kid is going to not have some feeling about that is if they don't know it until they're old enough to know it. And then when they're old enough to know it, that's probably when they're going to have the hate toward themselves on that shit. Because kids don't really know what racism is until we adults teach them that shit. And I don't give a fuck if I piss you off on that. That's a fucking fact. I didn't fucking know I was mixed until I got into school. At all. I didn't know I was mixed. I learned that I was mixed through kids at school. Excuse me. I learned that I was mixed from the first grade, not kindergarten, first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade. Fourth grade twice. This is when I learned that I was mixed. When kids kept going around calling me a half-breed. And the black kids would call me half-H. And the white kids would call me, they have the N-word. For those who don't know. What does George Jefferson call Tom Willis?
According to IMDb, Tom Willis. How would you feel if I called you nigga? George Jefferson. Huh, he called me nigga.
That wasn't what the reference was supposed to be, but that wasn't what was supposed to be said. What is the racist word that George Jefferson uses against Tom Willis and Mr. Bentley? It's not the N word. What is the racist H word that Tom Willis uses against George Jefferson? I said that completely wrong. You know what? I got a better way of doing this shit. Come on. George Jefferson is racist to Tom Willis. What is the word?
George Jefferson is racist to Tom Willis. What is the word?
It's still got the N word, but not the H word. Let me see if I can find it. Alright, we'll just type it in. George Jefferson calls Tom Willis Honky.
George Jefferson calls Tom Willis honky.
That's the word.
Yourself 1,000 times. George can be stupid and wrong, and you were right. Well, I can say it. You can't. A friend should be able to say anything to a friend. Well, a friend who would say anything like that is no friend of mine. Is that the way you want it? Is that the way you want it?
Now, calm down. It's not worth breaking up over Crazy George.
Hey! Who you calling crazy, Honky?
Don't call me Honky.
We won't go to the rest of that because the N word is going to be said in that episode. I do not like to use racial derivatives on this channel, which is why I've referred y'all to the Jeffersons. Here's the rest.
He's not the only one.
How would you like it if I called you nigger?
Yeah.
You call me nigga. That's no worse than honky. You're right. Nothing's worse than honky except being married to one. That tears it. Come on, Tom. I'm getting out of here. Good.
Yes, let's go. Oh, we've tried to be friends, but never again.
Promises, promises. He means it, and so do I. If you want to apologize to me, Louise, you've got my phone number. I just forgot it.
So, like I said, children aren't racist until us adults screw them up. I didn't know that I was mixed until I got into school. I didn't know what that H word was, even though I watched the Jeffersons as a child. It's racist as fuck. And to have black kids tell me I'm not black enough because I'm half that H word. And to have white kids tell me I'm not good enough because I'm half that N word. And then when I got into fucking 5th grade and found out that I was part Native, and then it got me like, oh, now you're Tonto. So let me explain y'all why I'm so mad with this DeSantis bullshit about removing black comic creators stuff and blacklisting it, blackballing it, or whatever, not letting it be sold in stores, in certain stores. But you know, you can't stop the comic book store from selling it. But he doesn't want the character that's black and everybody in the comic is black in the schools. He's on this control freak shit about I'm gonna monitor every book before it comes into all these schools. Anything that has something to do with alphabet community, anything that has something to do with people of color, and anything with history not the way that it's supposed to be taught is out. Now, if you're a George DeSantis fan, good for you. I've got nothing against you, but you might want to check your moral compass. But to have someone sit here and take a whole state by storm, and even the black people in this state are pretty freaking nuts to just allow this crap, and say, okay, well, we're just going to sit here and let this guy have full rucksaw of what's going on in our schools. All right? If I have a kid in school, and I don't have children, but if I have a child, and my child decides that he or she wants to be gay, or he or she wants to switch bodies, I want my child safe. That's priority one. If we got to move to a state where that's going to happen, then that's what we're going to have to do. I'm going to have to quit my job, pack shit, and roll, even if we can't afford it, because I'll be damned if I'm going to let this guy take my child from me. No. Now, let's say we live in California and my wife wants to take our daughter, who wants to be a boy, to Florida. Now we got a problem, because our daughter wants to be a boy, but the state of Florida wants her to be a girl. And she started doing things to be a boy, and now she can't, and she's 13, and now they have to take all that shit away from her, and now she's going to be a girl. So that someone could probably do something to her and force her to have babies and shit like that. I want y'all to take and think about that shit. You know, y'all might think I'm full of shit right now, but think about that shit when your back's against the wall and someone's after your child. I have been blessed not to have children, but when you think about that shit, the government is not supposed to have that kind of power over you. Period. But that's what's happening in Florida. So for all you DeSantis fans, you're going to be fine until when the Ohio lady, a lady now, not a man, a lady, decided that they were going to get rid of abortion. And I said, now see, that'll be the first woman ready to break that rule when one of her daughters is assaulted or pops up pregnant before her time. She'll be the first woman ready to reverse that decision when it's one of her kids. And a lot of people don't understand how this works. See, everybody lets everything slide until it's knocking on your front door. And when it's on your front door and it's coming through your front door, then you want to decide to wake the hell up. That's a bad make. You need to wake up before that happens. But people don't want to do that. Now, Florida has gone a little bit far with that. Mississippi and the Jim Crow laws, and Tennessee and the Jim Crow laws, this is straight bullshit. This is straight bullshit. And there's a video where one of the people literally added an amendment to hang people from trees. Let that sink in before you judge me on this video. It's a white dude asking people to add an amendment to hang people from trees. This is the people we're voting in. I want to add an amendment to hang people from trees. It's bad enough that you want the firing squad back and you want the chair or whatever, the execution chamber. I don't know what the fuck it's called. You got the gas chamber, the electric chair, firing squad, and now this dude wants to add hanging from trees. Let that sink in, so when your child fucks up, like maybe one time, and it won't even be something major, but now they're taking away your child's rights, and they're gonna try your child as an adult, and they want to hang your child from a tree. Now, I'm pretty sure if you're not a person of color, that's not your concern, except for you fail to understand that people of color weren't the only ones hung from trees. Let's not forget, gallows ain't nothing but a damn tree. Lots of criminals who were not of color also hung from the gallows. This is our future. There's going to be a big problem if y'all don't wake the fuck up to what I'm saying. You may laugh in that Echo Fan Grey Wolf, but you won't be laughing when that shit's at your door. You'll look back on this video. What the hell is today's date? You'll look back on this video on March the 13th, 2023 and say, you know what? That damn Echo Fan Grey Wolf, that 49-year-old Generation Extra motherfucker knew what the fuck he was talking about. Yeah, because I'm a person of color. I know how this shit's gonna play out. First the people of color, and then the poor. There's more poor people than rich people. Do you know why crime is committed? Crime is committed out of acts of desperation. Because we can't get hired, because we can't get jobs, because we're not educated, because we have diplomas that no one wants to give us a job. So now we're resorted to, oh, well, would you like fries with that? Or you're chasing your acting dream, but everybody sees right through you, sees right by you, and they don't give you a fighting chance to even attempt it. But you can wash those dishes. You can flip them burgers. And you can just barely make enough money to get by. And then you have children. Now you're struggling, you're tightening your belt, you want your children to eat, so you give up a meal or two just so that your kids can have some food in their stomach. Your kid grows up and sees you struggling, your kid goes out and starts committing crimes. Why does this happen? Because of the people that we voted in. So when they're talking about vote blue no matter who, it's getting to the point where we may just have to do that. The lesser of two evils is way better than the fact that, we can take your kid from you because your kid's transgender. We can hang you from a tree for a speeding ticket if you get the right cop. Because people want to add amendments of hanging people from a tree. Let me see if I can find that video.
Join me, Harry, and ProPlan.
I don't care about ProPlan, Harry, and whoever the hell you are. I don't care about that either. Let's see if I can find it. Because I'm pretty sure I made a video about it too. But, some unacceptable shit that be happening. And, why does it happen? Might have been a community guideline violation because I don't see it in my profile things. Which really sucks if I can't find it. I do know that there was another video and I don't have it here. Yep, community guideline violations. What is that? This might not be the video. Okay, community guideline violation. What is the abusive behavior? Community guideline violation. I get a lot of community guideline violations. I have enough community guideline violations that I'm hanging on by a thread on TikTok. A stone cold thread. Now, it's kind of fracked up ass situation where, can't be truthful. Where the hell is it? Okay. Must have been one of the community guideline violations. Maybe if I scroll down on this thing where people have commented on my video, I might be able to find it. But yeah, it's definitely on TikTok. It's just not mine. No. Which is the problem. But you have to understand, TikTok is a different beast. And people don't give it the just desserts that it belongs to. Well, here's the racist one.
We haven't done anything. We're a totally peaceful racist group.
Totally peaceful racist group. Which was really disgusting. Is this it?
A young African engineer is poisoned.
That one's not it. The one thing I hate about fucking having to fish through TikTok is trying to find the right damn video. As you know, if it wasn't important, it'd be right on the top. Because that's how Murphy's Law works. If it wasn't important, it'd be right where I could find it, right where I could see it. There wouldn't be a freaking issue about it at all. because I want to show it so badly, it's nowhere in sight. Like at all. But it was completely unacceptable. No, which is probably why I can't find the damn thing, because it was completely unacceptable. And you know, the worst part about the whole damn thing is that I really want to show it to y'all, which is why I can't find the damn thing. But telling people he wants to add an amendment to add hanging from a tree. Hanging from a tree. You know, that's as foul as it gets. To want to hang somebody from a tree. Do you understand the concept of how bad that sounds? I want to add an amendment to hang people from a tree. I want to add an amendment to hang people from a tree. I think this might be it.
Only in Mississippi
Nope.
will we have a bill like this without history, where you say solving the problem is taking the vote away from black people.
A Jim Crow-style law was passed by the Mississippi House, where a conservative, mainly white, supermajority in the state house voted to create a separate court system and expanded police force within the city of Jackson, the blackest city in America. 83% of voters in Jackson are black. However, they will get no say in how these new positions will be filled. All statewide elected offices are currently occupied by whites. No black Mississippian has held statewide office since the brief period of Reconstruction after the Civil War. 1/3 of Mississippi's population is black, yet the state has only one black congressman due to gerrymandering. This is one of at least 8 other bills that have come up in the state legislature targeting Jackson. After a public outcry, the Senate passed an amended bill that instead gave the Capitol Police jurisdiction over Jackson and allowed for 5 state-appointed judges instead of a separate court system. Activists from the Poor People's Campaign are mobilizing and are calling on people from across the country to join them in their fight against modern-day Jim Crow.
Only in Mississippi.
That's just a tiny bit of what I'm trying to find. Everything else is like pretty girl videos. But I am deeply disturbed that I can't find this damn hang from a tree amendment video. No, it really, really sucks. TikTok obviously done got rid of it. If I can't find it within the next 2 minutes, then we're not going to worry about it. You just going to have to be on your own at doing your own research about this shit. But it's pretty messed up. No. I don't know what the hell this is. Nope. That's a funeral video. We ain't watching that. Haunted house video. Should be getting closer to it. I don't know what this one is.
Transgenderism must be eradicated from public life entirely.
Let me correct this because he was almost.
Transgenderism must be eradicated from public life entirely. The whole preposterous ideology.
This video is from the Conservative Political Action Conference, and it went viral over the weekend, sparking a backlash for what activists are saying is a dehumanizing and downright genocidal speech.
There can be no middle way in dealing with transgenderism. It is all or nothing. Then we should not indulge it, especially since that indulgence requires taking away the rights and customs of so many people. If it is false, then for the good of society, transgenderism.
Now, that's just a tip of the iceberg thing. It's not really my thing, but that is for Florida, in case anybody gives a shit. But I really want to find this damn amendment from hanging people from a tree. Because that is completely unacceptable. That's not it. Like I said, if I didn't want to show y'all this video, that shit would be right where I could find it. Like literally right where I could find it. This is the racist video again. But now they're hanging from the tree. This is everything that I've reposted. It's like 9 of these, the racist ones. And I mean, it's kind of fucked up. And I want to show y'all that so bad because it pissed me off to the highest point of festivity. And some asshole would have the fucking audacity. They say, I want to add an amendment to add hanging people from a tree. See, who would like even consider the thought of that shit? This it.
We're not going to cover that.
Wow.
No, because this is the history and school stuff.
To my child.
I should just go ahead and give it up because I can't find this damn video. But I understand. This is pissing me off to the highest point of festivity. Maybe I can find it on Google. And maybe I can't because Google is not my friend. And I know I brought this up.
In 3 months, the United States Supreme Court is going to vote on whether or not 9.7 million Native Americans will have legal rights to their children.
So, I brought that up. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of natives in Florida that are not going to be happy when all these other bullshit damn things get passed. You know? And if we continue to let people pull this crap, eventually it's going to come to you. And then you're going to be like, well, damn, you know, maybe, just maybe we should have been paying attention. And that's part of the problem with America. We don't want to pay attention when it's not at our doorstep. We don't want to pay attention when it's anywhere but at our doorstep. But understand something. When it's at somebody else's doorstep, it's 3 houses down. That's 3 houses before it's at your fucking doorstep. 3 houses is 2 houses too late. Or 2 houses too close to your doorstep. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because you're not taking it in. And I'm probably making everybody angry with this video. That means I'm doing my job. That means I'm waking you up to the fact that somebody wants to hang people from the tree. How long before you're that person, kin to that person, did they want to hang from that tree? How long until you are that person?
Police in Wauwatosa, Wisconsin say it was a big
How long is it before you're kin to that person that they are hanging from that tree? How long is it before you are the one on the chopping block hanging from that tree? You know, because after you wipe out my people, you'll probably start wiping out your own. As a mixed person, when you're wiping out my people, you're wiping out everybody, so it doesn't even fucking matter. I done went 2 months back and I can't find this damn thing. So let's see if I can find it on Google. Plus I gotta walk the dogs. Congressperson adds amendment to hanging people from a tree video. Let's see if this does it.
I did it.
There's a video playing.
An apology coming down from Capitol Hill tonight after comments a state lawmaker made this week about a bill to add a firing squad.
The new powers of Superman.
God damn it.
About a bill to add a firing squad as a way to execute death row prisoners in Tennessee. During an open meeting, that lawmaker down from Capitol Hill tonight after comments a state lawmaker made this week about a bill to add a firing squad as a way to execute death row prisoners in Tennessee. During an open meeting, that lawmaker suggested another way to execute those inmates could be, quote, hanging by a tree. News Channel 5's Jason Lamb has the fallout.
All right, it's February 28th. Welcome to the Criminal Justice Full Committee.
It was a typical meeting
That's
on
the guy.
Capitol Hill that quickly turned to a very atypical topic surrounding death row inmates and how they're executed.
The opportunity to add a firing squad as a method of execution.
The suggestion of a firing squad in the wake of several failures from the State Department of Correction to properly follow protocol when executing prisoners using lethal injection, leading to questions not usually heard on Capitol Hill.
Will a person be shot in the head or the heart, or where will a person be shot?
But then came the comment prompting an apology tonight. It came from Republican Representative Paul Sherrill from Sparta.
Thank you, Representative Powers, for bringing this. I think it's a very good idea. And I was just wondering about, could I put an amendment on that? It would include hanging by a tree also. And also, I would like to sign on to your bill, sir.
Tonight, Sherrill apologized in a statement released from the House Republican caucus, saying, "I regret that I used very poor judgment in voicing my support of a colleague's bill, and my exaggerated comments were intended to convey my belief that for the cruelest and most heinous crimes, a just society requires the death penalty in kind." He goes on to say, "My intention was to express my support of families who often wait decades for justice. I sincerely apologize to anyone who may have been hurt or offended." Jason Lamb, News Channel 5.
Tonight, the Tennessee State Conference of the NAACP responded, saying in part, Representative Sherrill's comment is beyond disgusting. He is celebrating a particular form of execution used against African Americans in Tennessee and across the nation, including innocent and wrongfully convicted persons. In many parts of the South, lynchings took place in nearly every county as it exemplified racialized and anti-Black violence. We have the full statements from both the NAACP and Representative Sherrill on our website.
He can eat a bag of dicks. Anybody support what he says can also eat a bag of dicks. I am going to end this video here, since it took forever to find the damn thing. But I want y'all to take that shit into consideration. And I want you to look into these Florida things and how far DeSantis has gone to keep people of color stuff out. And we're not even going to begin to talk about, hey, drag queens are reading to your children at school. You know, we were lucky back in school if our music teacher or our librarian even read us a book at school. Especially after, like, the 4th grade. We literally had library day where we would go and the music teacher, who was not the librarian, would read us the stories in the library. And now all that shit's done. And yet, they want to get mad at drag queens, which, by the way, most drag queens are probably not gay or straight, or they probably live in a transgender community now, or whatever the hell you want to call them. But most of them aren't the ones going around molesting children, right? Children are more dangerous from a straight men than they are from gay men. They're in danger from their uncles more than they are from a person down the street. As an uncle 10 times over, I make sure that whenever I have to do anything with anybody, that, you know, doors are always open, kids can do whatever they want, you know, but I yell a lot, I yell a whole lot, but as far as putting my hands on them, no, it's not my job. Then I yell at the parents. Yeah, it's like, yo, your kid cussed me out today. Yeah, it is what it is. But the thing is, you know, I was never molested at church. This belt on my ass, I got a taste of quite a few of them. And a yardstick, and possibly an extension cord, but never the Tonka truck. And all jokes aside, 9 times out of 10, I learned this in my intimate partner and violence class from my 2 diplomas here. Most of the time, the person that's closest to that person is that person that has done something to that person. You know, grooming is a thing. But drag queens don't groom people. You know, they don't. They don't have time. They're too busy buying beautiful dresses and lots of makeup and shit. Yes, I just defended drag queens. I'm not amongst them. However, I ain't gonna lie. My first experience with a drag queen was Lancer the Yellow Dancer. We'll end it with Lancer the Yellow Dancer. Lancer the Yellow Dancer from Robotech. Technically, he might have been a cross-dresser. Come on. This was the first time I ever seen a transvestite, transsexual, trans somebody, cross-dresser, drag queen. This is Lancer the Yellow Dancer. And he has good songs. His songs were that of Lin Min May. And he had good dresses. You know. Prior to that, you know, the people who wrote Robotech were ahead of their time. And you know, he had a song called We Will Win. Sky's Falling. Lonely Soldier Boy, because his character was a soldier who had to dress up as a girl to save himself, to get out of trouble from the enemy. And it went from him dressing up as a woman to becoming a singer to make money and still being in the Rebel Alliance to get rid of all the traitors of Earth who betrayed humans to the Invid. And he went around traveling, you know. So I'm just going to sing a couple of bars and then I'm going to walk the dogs. Life is only what we choose to make it. Let's just take it. Let us be free. We can find the glory we all dream of. And with our love, we can win. Still, we must fight or face defeat. We must stand tall and not retreat. Our strength will find the might. There's no fight we can't fight. Together, all together, we will win. Go Google the song. He does it a hell of a lot better than I do. Anyway, that being said, we need to wake up. I will probably make another video after I get out the shower, which will happen after I walk the dogs. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Echo Fan Grey Wolf, and to the 241 of you, if I have hurt your feelings, I apologize profusely with these two videos. But Mississippi, Florida, and Tennessee got some problems. And I'm going to say it one more time. Do not ignore the problem when it's 3 doors down or 2 blocks down. Because 2 blocks is a hop, skip, and a jump for some people. And when it's 3 doors down, it's 2 doors too late for you to do something. So do it now. Don't fuck around. I'm Echo Fan Grey Wolf. Be seeing you.